You do not need to be good at eyeshadow to get this kind of clean, lifted, smoky eye. The tape creates the shape, your fingers do most of the blending, and a cotton bud helps soften the edges so it looks polished without needing loads of brush skills. I'm taking a small piece of Scotch tape or Micropore tape, around a couple of inches long. The key is to press it onto the back of your hand first to remove some of that stickiness, because we want it to guide the shape without tugging on that delicate eye area. Place the tape following the angle of your lower eyelash line. Just imagine that it was to continue upwards. If you have hooded eyes, you can place it slightly lower, just make sure that it still lifts the eye rather than pulling it downwards. I'm using the Eldridge Seamless Glide eye pencil because it's creamy enough to blend, but it still gives us depth as a base for the eyeshadow. Start by drawing slightly onto the tape first, then pull the pencil onto the skin. This is what's going to give you that crisp outer edge. Bring the line down towards the eyelash line, stopping around the centre in line with the pupil, and draw that line even thinner as we get towards that centre. Do not panic at this stage, we're really going to blend this out now. While the pencil is still creamy and hasn't set in place, take a rounded cotton bud and start softening it from the tape onto the skin. We're not trying to keep this really intense, we want to leave behind a soft base for the eyeshadow to grip onto. The key here is to keep working backwards and forwards directly over where you've placed the pencil. Try not to blend it upwards or change the shape, because this look is about elongating the eye. We're going for a bit more of an almond shape. If you wanted a rounder smoky eye, you could blend up into the socket, but for this look, we're keeping the movement low and lifted so the pencil stays exactly where we want it. So when you're blending, keep that cotton bud directly over the pencil and follow the same shape you've already created. Think of it as tracing over the edge to soften it rather than moving the product into a new area. For the eyeshadow, I'm using the affordable Morphe Underslated palette. This is an all matte palette, and for this look, I'm using the matte black and the medium matte brown, starting with the black shade. For this step, I'm using my ring finger because it gives the right amount of pressure and it really helps press the pigment onto the skin. You can use a brush, but you'll usually get a stronger colour payoff with your finger, especially with shadows this creamy. Start on the tape again, then press the eyeshadow directly over the pencil base, working down at an angle towards that lash line. Now take your cotton bud and softly work along the top edge of the eyeshadow where it meets the skin. We're not blending it up or changing the shape, we're simply softening the seam so it looks smoother and it creates a soft gradient. As I said at the beginning, you don't need perfect blending skills here, so don't panic if it looks a little patchy. The medium brown eyeshadow is going over the top next, and that will soften the black, tone down everything and make the blend look much smoother. Next, you want to clean your ring finger before picking up the medium brown shade, and then start on the tape and trace directly over the black. This will instantly soften that intensity, but don't worry, it won't hide the work you've already done. Layering the brown over the black creates a beautiful smoky finish without the need for lots of brushes, heavy blending, or spending 20 minutes perfecting it. Just look at that transition already. You've got the depth of the black near the lash line fading into that soft brown smoke at the top, and we've created all of that just with our fingers and a cotton bud, so you really don't need tons of brushes or complicated blending. If you prefer a matte finish, you could stop here, but I'm going to add a little bit of sparkle because I think it makes this look beautiful for evening, and I'm using one of my favourites. This is the Bobbi Brown Luxe eyeshadow in Moonstone. Now I know it's not the cheapest eyeshadow, so when I use it, I want to show you plenty of ways so that you can really get your money's worth, so I do like to feature it now and again. Using a clean ring finger, press that sparkle onto the inner corner first because this will give you the brightest highlight. Then use whatever is left on your finger to softly tap across the lid towards the smoky wing. I personally wouldn't go straight from the pan directly onto the dark smoke because you don't want to cover all the depth that we've created. Think of it as a gradient with the majority of the sparkle on the inner corner and then softly fading as you move towards the tape. If you notice any patchiness, don't worry, that little veil of sparkle over the smoke helps disguise any uneven areas and makes the blend look softer and more diffused. This is a great tip if, like me, you find that concealer can sometimes emphasize your fine lines around the eyes. Try adding an extra brightness to the inner corner instead. Tapping a little of that across the tear duct area adds an extra brightening effect without relying on heavier products under the eyes. Now for the satisfying part. If you've been wondering whether it's all going to come together, this is where the magic happens. Peel away that tape to reveal that crisp, lifted edge, and you'll see just how little effort it took to create such a polished result. If the tape does happen to lift a little of your base makeup, just go back over that area with a small amount of either foundation or concealer. I do have a tutorial showing you exactly how to repair your base if, for example, tape lifts it or you get eyeshadow fallout, so that you can fix it in seconds without having to redo your entire makeup. And I'll link that on screen for you. Next we're going to tight line, so you want to give your lashes a curl first so you can see your upper waterline more easily, then run your pencil between the root of your eyelashes for a darker, fuller looking lash line. If you have dry or sensitive eyes, feel free to skip this step. In case you're wondering which pencil this is, it's the same one from earlier. It's the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Glide Eye Pencil again. It's so creamy, beautifully pigmented, and it glides on with hardly any pressure, which is exactly why I keep reaching for it. To soften that lower eyelash line, we're going to switch to a small brush. I'm using the Refer number 23 brush, and I'm mostly using the medium brown with just a tiny touch of the black. You want to keep that shadow close to the root of those lower lashes, working it down just slightly. We're deliberately not taking it too low because we want it to flow into the lifted wing and keep that elongated eye shape. I want to keep the eyelashes looking soft and fluttery, so rather than adding mascara, I'm going to pop on these beautiful lashes. These are not available just yet, but in the meantime I will link some similar alternatives in the description box. I'm going to apply 5 or 6 lash enhancements across the eye, keeping both the inner and outer corners slightly shorter. You can absolutely create a wispy wing by using longer lengths on the outer corner. Just bear in mind that on some eye shapes this can make the eye look a little droopier. With this lifted eyeshadow shape, you don't want the lashes extending lower than the wing you've created, otherwise they can undo that lifted effect. Wispy winged lashes tend to work best when you're wearing very little eyeshadow because the lashes become the feature that creates the shape. With a look like this, I prefer the eyeshadow to stay the star with the lashes simply enhancing it. Next, I'm adding a little mascara to my lower eyelashes to balance the eye look. Since we're keeping the overall effect soft and fluttery, we don't want the lower eyelashes to become too bold or heavy. So before applying it, wipe a little excess mascara off of your wand. This way you'll get a much lighter coat, which makes it much easier to create that soft, wispy finish. Once the lash adhesive has dried, gently curl the lashes. It gives them a little extra lift, helps to open the eyes, and because they're sitting higher, they're less likely to catch in your peripheral vision, which I know bothers some people. Then I like to finish with just a tiny touch of mascara. I don't want to lose that soft, fluttery look, but I think a light coat gives them a really pretty, natural definition. And that's it. I mean, how simple was that? We only used one makeup brush for the lower eyelash line. Everything else was done with our fingers and a cotton bud. It just goes to show that you really don't need loads of brushes or advanced makeup skills to create a clean, lifted, professional looking smoky eye. Sometimes it's all about the right technique. And speaking of technique, if you'd like to build your confidence with makeup application, feel free to explore some of my other tutorials. I've been teaching makeup here on YouTube for over 14 years now with a library of more than 800 tutorials. If you're not sure where to start, I'd recommend my recent tape technique series. It genuinely makes makeup application so much easier and helps you achieve more polished results in just a few minutes. Everything I've used in today's tutorial will be linked and listed in the description box below so you can shop the products directly from there. And if you found this tutorial helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up, and feel free to share it with anyone who struggles with eyeshadow application. And if you're new here, I'd love for you to join us. Don't forget to subscribe. I upload a brand new long form tutorial every Sunday along with a new short during the week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.